welcome, Taurus, to your Astro Dice reading for June. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Okay, guys, let's get straight into this reading here. We do have a Mercury retrograde coming in on the 29th, as also we do have a Mercury retrograde coming in on the 29th, as well as a full moon in Capricorn. So I will be doing both of those readings individually. So let's get in here, guys. For those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. So best house coming out for the beautiful Taurus. I hope you guys had a beautiful birthday. And talking about Taurus, there it is, coming in as your own energy with the sun and going straight into the 11th house. Nice. Okay, so well, I like this because June is really shining and spotlighting for you guys on friendships, community, networking, social connections, long-term goals, anything for future aspirations with that 11th house. So I'm really liking that, doing it Taurus style. This is where the energy around you shows abundance of nature. It's rich, earthly, productive, yet relaxed and slow. You're doing it in your own energy in the 11th house. Yeah. I do like the 11th house. This also is a place where the cosmos grant wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. The sun right off the bat, I mean, your immortal spirit, purpose, destiny is involved. I mean, that right there is 100 is, you know, focused. It's going to keep you focused. It strengthens the confidence within you, but it keeps you visible in the spotlight. But it also keeps you focused on your stability and building something meaningful within this 11th house. But it's going to be people who actually share your own vision. So you're going to meet people who are like-minded. You're going to find the right connections to help you move closer to your goals. It's going to be like being at the right time, at the right place. Getting straight into the situations taking place at the beginning of the month, middle of the month, end of the month. Take what resonates, what doesn't resonate, throw away, leave it for someone else. This cannot resonate with everyone, so if this does not resonate with you, please be sure to watch your rising moon or Venus. And remember, a lot of this is also future, so it's going to be hard to say whether or not it's actually happening or not to you. So also take that into consideration. And time is fluid. Some of you might have already gone through some of this. The moon. Herald the Swords. There's a message coming in. Unforeseen message. King of Cups. Could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. Could be also a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Could be anybody. And getting a clarifier. And let's see what's going on. Message again, Queen of Swords. So right off the bat here, the month is beginning with your intuition running very high over here with the moon. Not everything is immediately clear, Taurus, okay? But you may be picking up on some subtle energies, hidden information, or feeling, like I said earlier, like something is unforeseen, something's hidden behind the veil. And it's almost like you're trying to tap into it, trying to figure it out. With the Herald, the Swords over here, this brings news, communication, observation, and curiosity. You may be gathering some information at this time before making any kind of important decision regarding a friendship, group, future goal, whatever it is in the 11th house. So there's some kind of information coming in that's going to help you clear up what it is that you are a little confused on, what you're trying to see clearly. It feels like it's coming from this King of Cups. It also could be coming from the Swords as well, an air sign as well. Doesn't, like I said, it could be anybody. But I do feel like it's coming from this King of Cups. This, of course, is also you showing your emotional maturity and self-control within this situation. I mean, even if your emotions are running deep, they could be still running very high from that blue moon that we just had. It's like you're handling the situations with wisdom rather than reacting impulsively to any kind of situation, thinking before jumping, controlling any emotions. I do feel like you could be coming, this information could be coming from this King of Cups though as well, someone who is high on emotions. Very intense conversation, intense news coming in from this person. And Queen of Swords, or like I said, or it could be an air sign. I mean, this just brings the truth and the clarity. I mean, because this truth is going to cut through all of the confusion and help you see the situation for exactly as it is. This honest conversation that you're having over here, which I'm going to say with this King of Cups, is helping you to clear any kind of boundaries. And it could be important early in the month that you need to know this before the end of the month is up, because this is going to help you make those wise decisions and let you know where you stand within this situation or where you want to go. You see what I'm saying? However it is. What's your next move, right? So that's going to also help you have better understanding, and then your intuition will really guide you. Getting straight into the mid-month. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Hangman. Eight of Wands. Whoa. The Eight of Wands in this deck is a hot, spicy, can also be a hot, spicy conversation going on. The clarifier is the Hangman in reverse to the Hangman. Wow. So by the mid-month, it's really highlighting this imbalance that's going on over here. Taurus, this can no longer be ignored. Whatever you learn in the beginning of the month is now becoming clear that there is unequal energy exchange. Okay, so whatever they're telling you, whatever the news is that's coming out in the beginning of the month is showing you, okay, exactly what you need to know. It's making you realize you're giving too much and receiving too little from this situation, or investing your time and energy into people or situations that aren't reciprocating your energy back. So you're giving too much. And whatever they are telling you has you thinking, oh, well, okay then. So this is going to be the time over here with the Hangman where you're going to want to pause and view the situation from a different perspective. Rather than pushing forward immediately, there's going to be this wisdom in observing what's really happening. Observing this situation. They say whatever they say. You're trying to keep your cool about the situation. I see it now. I see why you don't want your emotions. Because yeah, I see it now. Wow. Having the Hangman here really changed why. It really shows the why you're in the King of Cups mode. It definitely could be this information though from the Cups, but it doesn't matter. The whole point is I see why you're trying to keep your emotions at bay. Because you're realizing that whatever came out of this conversation set the tone right for how they're viewing you and how they want to move with you, and how you're giving all the time, you're spending all this time doing everything for them, and they're not doing anything back for you, and you're realizing that through this conversation, yeah, I don't see it happening. They're not telling you exactly what you want to hear. If it ends up in a love situation, like it's a friendship that you wanted to take off as a love situation, they may be clearing some boundaries with you and setting boundaries around you. And you're realizing you're setting up walls. They don't want to leave the friend zone. They just want to stay in the friend zone, right? They want to keep themselves in the 11th house as friends. They want to keep it as a social occasion instead of taking it to the next level. That's for some of you. However it is, it doesn't look like the conversation was exactly the way you wanted it, and this is why in the mid-month you're really thinking about what's going on within the situation. The Eight of Wands is that realization that, you know, events are moving quickly, messages are developing, you know, there's other opportunities and other decisions are gaining momentum, but it's your own decisions. It's your own messages, right? The messages that are going in and out are still imbalanced. Hangman in reverse. This indicates that, you know, you're ready to stop waiting for this person because they're not writing the right messages. You're going to stop pursuing this friendship or whatever's going on. Maybe you're giving too much to a group gathering and other people are supposed to bring potluck too, and the next thing you know, you're bringing everything, right? Nobody is helping out, so you're like, screw this group, I'm not going to be here anymore. You know what I mean? Something, however it is, you know what it is. Because this is where the uncertainty comes to an end, as you're gaining that insight needed to move forward. But I mean, you're just like to this point where it's like, I understand what's going on here. You might even feel like for some of you, you're being used. Okay. And then for others of you, you just feel like you're wasting your time giving when this person doesn't want to give back. Okay. However you want to see it. So what once felt like you were completely stuck is now moving, because now you understand the true value of what's going on. The true value is you're not being valued the way you want to be valued in this social group or this one-to-one person or however it is. You feel undervalued because if they can't help out in the situation or give you back the energy you're giving to them, then what's the point? And that's what you're coming to the point of. What's the point? Taurus is a very loving, open-hearted person who gives. Always giving. And yet the majority of the time they don't receive back. Never always looking for that though. But in this kind of situation, definitely want that to be reciprocated. You want that. This isn't that I help the homeless guy, guys, right? This is, I'm giving this energy to you and I was expecting you to give it back. And if it doesn't, then it's going to start hurting. But that's why you're keeping your emotions where they are. I know I'm Taurus. And I always get myself into these mixes of overgiving. And then when, I assume that something's going to happen, it's like, wow, they disappeared. So, okay. So you don't feel like it's justified. Let's, Herald the Wands, no message. That could be you stopping messages, though, too, Taurus. Bottom of the deck, seeing how we're going into it next month, is going to be Two of Wands into the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay. So you're not going to carry all that pain. You're refusing to make this into a war zone in July. You're just saying, okay, I'm going to think, I'm going to go over here. I'm taking, you know what, the world is my oyster. There's other people in the world. It's not just you. And I'm not going to let you destroy me. So you're not going to let this destroy you. Very good. You're just going to let bygones be bygones pretty much, Taurus. You said nope. And that's because, you know, for a lot of you, this could have been something that's been going on for a while, and you may have already felt the Ten of Swords from this, but you kept trying to, you know, push through, thinking that, you know, it will work. But no matter what, you're not going to let them, never say die in this case. I'm not going to let you destroy me. I know what my worth is. So, the end of the month here. Do you have the Empress? Yep, that's how you're going to, that's it right there. That's exactly why. Because as you get ready to go into Empress mode at the end of the month, that's what's going to say, nope, the world's my oyster. There's other people in the world. I don't need to deal with this. And then I'm not going to let you destroy me inside. No, because I know who I am. I'm the Empress, and you are the Empress, Taurus. You are Empress, right? Because that's Taurus. That's Venus. You are Venus. So you have the Nine of Cups. Wow. Wow, there's a shift. It's almost like I was very disappointed in the mid-month. You know, don't get me wrong. This is very disappointing. Wow, that's just like, don't tip the bowl. I'm only going to give what I'm going to give. I mean, so this ends with satisfaction and your own tangible rewards for yourself. It's almost like your own wish fulfillment. Something you hope for begins coming together, bringing a sense of contentment and gratitude. It almost feels like whatever they're doing, it's like you do whatever you do, and then all of a sudden the 11th house says, that's okay, because I'm going to grant you luck over here. Because it's saying, yeah, well, that's their missed opportunity because you have something else coming in. You have something else coming in to take its place. That's why you're saying, I'm not going to let this destroy me because I already got something else coming in. It's almost like, okay, well, this didn't have its way. It wasn't meant to be. Not rushing ahead. There may be excitement around a new opportunity. So I'm saying there's this new opportunity. That's why I'm saying you don't have to take any impulsive moves around this person because you have other opportunities around you. There's something very satisfying that's coming out of this situation that you don't see coming. They don't want to write. They don't want to. It's almost like that's your missed opportunity. Too bad for you, right? Because I'm getting what I'm getting. And then you have the Empress. I mean, that's it. This brings in the potential to, you know, receive new abundance, new love, new friendships. There's something new coming in. It says, don't worry about it. It's almost like the universe is like, I got your back. You don't need this because I've already got something else. Wow. So you have a new rewarding opportunity emerging in the end of the month. Of course, your patience is going to be key here. And what starts now is like a long-term growth potential that could become something much bigger in the future than what this ever was. So if this was a friend that wasn't helping out in the situation, all of a sudden you got another friend coming in. Wow. If it's a love relationship, a friend who you were trying to get into the love situation, they just missed out. You're like, whatever, because you have this new person coming in. Wow. Which could be another Taurus. It could be a Capricorn. It could be a Libra. Because of the Empress. The Empress is Taurus at Libra. Could be Leo. Sag, Aries. But whatever it is, my friends, you're like, I'm good. So wish fulfilled and a new opportunity coming towards you, my friends. Wow, that was a beautiful reading. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.